I think he's talking shit there, because if he's talking about fighting Golovkin but then turns down Miguel Cotto, I think his bluff's been caught again. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't think he wants to face me.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just bollocks and that was bullshit. He don't want to fight me. That's 100%. He don't want to face me. He can say what he wants. He knows I'm on my own route, and he's just mentioning my name just gets some publicity. And then when he says that he wants to fight Golovkin, but he said I want to fight Golovkin at 155, but he was offered the fight against Miguel Cotto and turns that down. Come on, I mean, the guy's getting caught left, right, centre. The guy's just Mr. King of mandatories. You know what I mean?
Boxing truth here. Damn. Amir Khan just ethered Kell Brook in that interview with ES News. Damn, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was, when I first saw that, dying laughing, man. It was pretty funny. The king of mandatories. Word? Damn. Amir Khan just loves to shit on Kell Brook every chance he gets. And every time he gets asked about Kell Brook, he gets out of character. He gets, the emotion just amps up, and he starts swearing, starts getting a little out of character, saying Kell Brook's just talking shit about wanting to fight Triple G, that he turned down a fight with Miguel Cotto, even though it's pretty much just a bad rumor. It's bullshit. It's really no concrete evidence of Brook turning down a Cotto fight. There's more reason to believe that Cotto just didn't want to fight, considering the opponents he tried to fight. Faded guys coming off knockout losses. He wasn't trying to fight fresh, undefeated, hungry welterweight champions like Kell Brook. He was trying to fight faded guys coming off knockout losses, and also an inactive fighter in Diego Chavez, who hasn't fought since his draw with Timothy Bradley. So they didn't even make an offer to Kell Brook and Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn stated that Rock Nation said they're not interested for a Brook fight now, but maybe in the fall, which pretty much means they're not interested in the fight. But Amir Khan, he made me laugh with that interview. It was pretty funny. Called Kell Brook the king of mandatories. Holy shit. He talked about Spence a little bit, that he's legit. He did something. Khan went life and death with him, and Algeria got destroyed by Spence in less than 5 rounds. And also said that will be the one mandatory Kell Brook won't take. But I don't know, everyone's excited about Spence. I just say slow your roll a little bit. Let's see how he does against a puncher. He still has to fight another eliminator. But this is a video for Amir Khan's fanboys, because the last video I made of him, I really was going to leave Khan alone. I was going to talk about him for a while, but after watching this, this interview and watching the face off with Canelo Khan, I had to make a video about Amir Khan. And this is for his fanboys who attacked me. In the last video I made about Khan, I was pretty much saying that Khan ducked Kell Brook, and I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's just the truth. And I said in that video that Amir Khan, according to sources, mostly pretty much Eddie Hearn, Amir Khan turned down his biggest payday to fight Canelo. But this is for Amir Khan's fanboys who pretty much just gave me a fanboy argument saying that Amir Khan deserves 80% against Brook, even though Brook's the only champion in this scenario, in this matchup. I mean, Khan got the bigger share. He got that. It's just that Eddie Hearn wasn't willing to take peanuts for a fight where both guys with their names and Kell Brook's world title bring something to the table to make this fight even bigger, according to Eddie Hearn, than what the numbers generated from the George Groves Carl Froch rematch at Wembley. So, and this time I'm making this video because I got proof. Now check out this clip from the 24/7 of the face-off between Canelo Khan, and here's the proof where Khan actually admits he took less money to fight Canelo than what he would have gotten with Kell Brook.
You had an opportunity to fight Kell Brook over on the other side of the pond for more money. Is that right, Amir?
Yeah, the way I saw this fight is a great opportunity for me to fight Canelo. He's a big name in boxing, and for me to reach where I want to get to in my career, I need to fight the biggest names in boxing.
So there you go. There it is. Amir Khan just admitted he ducked Kell Brook to fight Canelo for less money. Now, people will argue, Canelo's a bigger name. Okay, he is. Obviously, he is. It's the first pay-per-view fight for Khan in America. Amir Khan, Kell Brook wouldn't have been pay-per-view in America, but it would have been pay-per-view in the UK. And also, Khan would have been the A-side. He would have been fighting in his home soil for the first time in years against his rival. It would have been a much more anticipated fight, bigger money fight for Khan, and also a world title, and a much more winnable fight compared to Canelo, where in that scenario he's the B-side, he's the opponent. He's fighting a much bigger guy who's very sharp with his punches, a good combination puncher. He's a good counter puncher. And he's going to fight him coming off almost a year layoff. Never fought above 147 pounds. Never won a world title at 147 pounds. Never beaten a top 5 name, a top 5 ranked opponent, a welterweight at 147 pounds. And then he's going to fight Canelo, who's a very sharp puncher, fast counter puncher, improved defense, and into his physical prime as his man strength has just already kicked in. As he's going to be 26 years old this year. So, was it really Amir Khan chasing legacy in a fight he'll most likely lose? Or was it because this was because he didn't want to fight Kell Brook. He wanted to avoid Kell Brook as much as possible, and this was the only fight to where his fans would accept that, he's taking a bigger name but less money, but it won't seem as a duck to Kell Brook. But I just wanted to point this out, that I wanted to provide proof from my previous video that Amir Khan took less money to fight Canelo compared to a Kell Brook fight. So there it is. Amir Khan fanboys, feel free to comment. Do you have a defense to this? Because what's the defense? What's going to be the excuse? You're going to say, well, he's going to beat Canelo. Okay. You can believe that if you want. But it is what it is. Kell Brook, he hasn't responded to that interview. He's going to let Amir Khan talk shit about him like that. Doesn't matter, they're not going to fight. Doesn't look like they're ever going to fight. And even if they do, are you guys going to be interested in it as much as before if Khan gets flattened within 3 rounds against Canelo? That's what people are saying. He could still fight Brook after he gets iced by Canelo, but it's not a big a fight anymore if that happens. If Canelo gets iced within 3 rounds or in 2 rounds against Canelo, no one's going to be interested in that fight. It won't be as big, and Khan will have to get a few marquee wins for it to even be considered for down the line. But oh well, just wanted to point that out to the Amir Khan's fanboys. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.